Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Flooring Corner. If you're new here, my name is Clarice, and what we do on this channel is provide easy to digest flooring information videos on different types of flooring products. We do product reviews, do-it-yourself guides, and we also test out products to see if they're water resistant, scratch proof, dent proof, and also easy to clean. And today we are going to share with you the color trends for 2021, and to help me do that is our very special guest, Mrs. Emily Morrow, and she has been practicing interior design for more than 30 years. She is a Dalton native, and she also is the CEO and founder of Emily Morrow Home, which is a collection of home decor products which are inspired by her life, loves, and her adventures. So thank you, Emily, for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
We're happy to have you here. Absolutely. So we can go ahead and just jump right into it if you want to start wherever you have so many great samples on the table. So you can just guide us through it.
Dive in. Okay,
Yeah.
So I just brought a whole collection of samples that kind of reflect where the market is and then where it's going.
Okay.
It's a good time, and I was so excited when you called to ask me to talk about the trends for 21 because things are changing, and it's been so long since we've had noticeable changes in the market. You know, for the longest time we talked about gray, and I kept thinking, how long are we going to be talking about gray? Well, so we are still talking about it, but it's not the major foundation. The foundation is what's changing.
Okay.
And so I always compare it a little bit to how we, women at least, or people that like cosmetics, you know, you have your foundation. That doesn't mean you don't have other colors applied to your face. The same applies to interiors, whether it's residential or commercial. So our foundation has definitely been warming from those grays. So as you see, like this sample that I'm holding in my hand, this just really is reflective of natural neutrals.
Okay.
And I think that's the best summary for just the basic trend for 2021. However, if you look here at this trend board, you'll see a product on there that's one of our products in the Emily Morrow Home Collection called First Leaf. And First Leaf has just a little bit of warmth to it, more so than you might have seen in flooring maybe 5 years ago. So from First Leaf, kind of you can take that First Leaf concept design-wise and color-wise and draw from it that it's nature-inspired, right?
Nice.
So you think about the year 2020.
Okay.
It was such a challenging year for so many reasons, and we won't even start on that. But it did cause the interior design world and even home trends to reevaluate what they valued most. One of which was healthy living.
Okay.
We were spending a ton of time in our homes, and everybody was kind of thinking about, so how do I live a life at home where I can work too, and things that what really matters most. And so some of the things that I began to zero in on and identify that were universal, not just in the United States but worldwide, was healthy living, holistic living. And so within that context, of course, hardwood floors are probably one of the most natural of materials for the home. And so the colors from healthy living are definitely lighter, natural, neutral, but also need to be able to be cleaned. Because if you are spending more time at home, working from home, and your pets might be at your home too, then you need to also make sure that it's cleanable as well. So it's a whole picture of not just colors or not just design trends, but how those colors and designs have to live underfoot.
Exactly. Thank you.
It's a lot,
Yeah.
but it's fun to talk about. So of these different trends, you know, some of the things that I always like to share with people, like keywords or, you know, megatrends. So the megatrends that I would say are essential for us to think about in 2021 are just, we have farm to fork, we have people that like to do gardening now. I even have family members that have baby goats and chickens. And I'm not unique. I find as I talk to different designers across the country that many of them are really trying to make make different diet changes, things that they bring into their home. They're asking, what is this product made of? So all of that actually does translate into color trends.
Okay.
So as we live cleaner and more healthy choices, then of course the colors reflect that. So if you think of it in terms of oat, wheat, flax, even just like milled naturals and neutrals, that's really reflective of what we see in our color palette. If you think in terms of grains, natural colors, things from nature, whether it's a leaf, it's a lot. I know it sounds like woohoo, but
No,
it
that's
is really the heart of where the trends are for 21.
Awesome. I like that. I'm a nature person, so this is perfect. Like this whole palette that we have here, I'm really loving all of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Emily, so what do you see going on nationwide right now with homeowners?
Well, there are some changes going on. So there's two things going on. They seem like they might contradict each other, but actually they sort of make sense if you think about them. So one thing we noted was, I think there were 17 million homeowners that had left major metropolitan areas for more suburban or sunny areas of the country. So that's one fact. After they moved, it was assuming the census was they were going to be temporary moves. But of those 17 million, 14 million actually made it a permanent change in address,
Wow.
which I think is noteworthy. So as they're leaving major metropolitan areas, they are leaving their possessions or selling their possessions, and they're moving to these rural areas. So we've got furniture stores and supply chain issues. So if you walk into a furniture store, it's really difficult to find something that you can get right away. Oftentimes there's like a 6 to 8 to 10 week
lead time
yes.
to get it.
So one of the things that these homeowners are doing, they're going to vintage or consignment shops, and they're finding pieces of furniture, or they're improving or painting or refinishing furniture. So the furniture that they're using now looks different than what they left in the cities, just because of necessity, right? One of the other things that we have going on, which seems contradictory, but homeowners that would have normally sold their house, they're staying in their house longer. We're not in the days of people flipping just for flipping's sake to earn income off of selling their houses. So the lifespan now of a homeowner in their home is 8 years. It had been 13. I'm sorry, we're going from 8 years to 13. Yes.
Okay.
And so they're more fearful or more apprehensive of having strangers come into their home, whether it's an agent or someone that's a potential buyer. So they're sitting in their home thinking, well, I'm not going to sell it right now, so I'm going to make some improvements. So that includes flooring, painting, and of course furniture too. So all of those are major things that we take note of when we look at trends.
Okay.
And so what furniture goes with that? What flooring goes with that? What paint colors are they choosing? So it's not just me thinking, oh, these are the colors. This is as a result of talking with groups like Color Marketing Group, for example, which is a color forecast organization, or people that are other in related industries that might work for paint companies. And so we compare notes and we talk about what we see in our own industry and what we hear from their industry. And then of course, going to markets and shows. Well, we don't go to markets and shows
Not
quite
anymore.
like we did.
I know.
But there are virtual markets and shows. So we all are comparing notes and we are attending these virtual markets and shows. So
so how are you liking those now? Do they still help with inspiration when you do it virtually? I mean, we can't touch and feel things, so how's that going?
It's different. I'm not sure if I like it yet or not, but I do appreciate the fact that there is at least an opportunity to converse. To have that, even if it is virtual, to be able to have conversation about markets and shows. So I'll tell you a case in point. A couple of months ago, I had a designer program. We did a Zoom meeting for our Emily Morrow home designers.
Okay.
And we were talking about what we had seen at the Chicago market, or what some of the designers had seen that lived in that region, and they said, you just learn things if you just pause and let people talk. And one of the things they said was, wow, we're seeing a lot more brown wood. And then another designer piped in and said, isn't all wood brown? And the other person on the Zoom call said, no, it's been, it's been light, it's been white, it's been gray, it's been all of these things that we just talked about as far as trends. But when they talked about brown wood and the warming of the color palette, to me that was worth, even though it was not an in-person market attendance, it was a result of all of our attending a virtual market and comparing notes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great.
So it's a different way of doing business, but it is interesting.
Yeah, it still keeps you guys all connected
For
and
sure.
going. So that's great.
Definitely.
Awesome. Hey everyone, so that was a really great conversation with Emily Morrow. And just to recap, the color trends for 2021 are lighter, natural, neutral color tones. A healthy, holistic living lifestyle is also very popular right now, since more people are spending a lot more time at home, working from home, and anything that is nature inspired is really popular because of the fact that we are home so much. You want to bring the outdoors in, and that just adds to a very healthy, holistic lifestyle. And so anything that is nature inspired, like a leaf, or any grains like oat, wheat, or flax, those would be popular trends right now for 2021.
Hey guys, thank you for watching our video, checking us out from here. Like us, subscribe, share us, do whatever it takes.
Find us on social media at Georgia Carpet on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. And if there's anything specific you would like us to talk about, shoot, test, please let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye.